Hollywood's biggest drama right now is Hollywood itself. So let's talk about this $82.7 billion plot twist. We all know at this point that Warner Bros. Has accepted Netflix's bid to acquire them, which means that the disruptor to traditional Hollywood film strategy is now going to be eating them whole. And if the deal goes through, the CEO of Warner, David Zaslav, will become a billionaire, even though he's systematically made some of the most questionable decisions over the past few years. We all remember that little HBO Max rebranding debacle, don't we? Before we really get into it, I'm Sammy. I cover the hottest business lore, so follow along for more. First, let's go over some context. Traditional Hollywood has been spiraling over the past few years. AI is shifting the way that TV and movies are getting made, 60-second micro dramas are surging. People are just spending way more time consuming content in the new Hollywood, aka YouTube and social media. So all of this is working against traditional Hollywood. As we're well aware, Netflix's model bypasses movie theaters entirely. Ted Sarandos, the co-CEO at Netflix, has said that movie theaters are essentially an outdated model. Yet Warner Brothers, the company that they're buying, has long depended on this theatrical distribution. Folding Warner into Netflix raises real questions about whether movies in the future will still get exclusive box office windows, or if everything moves straight into streaming. With the proposed deal, Netflix will get the entire Warner IP library. The deal would push Netflix's global subscriber base to over 420 million. It should make it the 400-pound gorilla of streaming giants. On the content side, this is a major win for Netflix. Even though they are the #1 streaming platform, they don't have close to the level of IP that a 102-year-old studio has. When they own all of this content themselves, they can create any kind of movie or TV show with the newly acquired IP. And one of the most talked about pieces of this deal is that Netflix will now own HBO, which is really considered to be the crown jewel in the industry. And of course, HBO is one of Netflix's main competitors. So by buying them, they're eliminating that competition. Now they can potentially add an even more premium tier to their lineup. And yes, that could potentially lead to consumers paying even higher prices. Yet one thing that Netflix isn't buying are the cable channels. CNN, HGTV, all of them would be spun into a separate company. And there's still the monopoly of it all. Regulators are going to scrutinize this deal very intensely. Many people across the industry are citing antitrust concerns, so there is a very real possibility that this deal is blocked. Just still way too early to tell. And then there's Paramount, other serious bidder who most people thought would win this battle. They're openly furious and they're accusing Warner of favoring Netflix in this process. And if this deal does not go through for some reason, Netflix has agreed to a $5.8 billion breakup fee, which is one of the largest ever. Okay, I just shared a lot of facts, but here's my take on this deal. If this deal does go through, I believe that this will only expedite the demise of really thoughtful and well-made content. But the huge caveat to that is this demise is already underway. Whether or not this deal actually goes through, that shift in content is already happening. Bottom line, this deal is so much more than a merger. This is Netflix absorbing a century of Hollywood at the exact moment that the old guard system is breaking, thanks to this shift to the new guard of media. That new guard of media primarily lives on smaller screens and is way cheaper to produce. I want to hear your thoughts on this.